Om Namo Narayanaya. My name is Aurélie. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and this is a quick January in review for Vedic Astrology Sidereal Zodiac. This Thursday, the 9th of January, and Friday, the 10th of January, the moon is going to be exalted and conjunct Jupiter, and that's a great blessing. If you were looking for a moment in time this month to begin a new project or share something with the world that you've been working on, this is a great alignment. An exalted moon is said to be full of amrita, full of nectar, and has a special energy to it, a special brightness, a special auspiciousness, a special excitement. Jupiter is our planet of good luck and blessings. That's why when someone goes on spiritual pilgrimages to activate that Jupiter, it really helps overcome obstacles, that more luck comes into our lives. It can also bring children because Jupiter will rule over children. This is why it's great to do seva. If you have a guru, you have a spiritual master, you offer your loving time and service to them. And that brings so many blessings into your lives. And that's the beauty of Jupiter. Now, this combination of Jupiter and Moon is called Gajakeshari Yoga. And we say that whenever it is in a birth chart, if it's well placed, it will show that the person is capable to overcome all the obstacles in their lives. Now, Mars is currently fallen, Jupiter is retrograde. There's many things. It's a whole sky, a whole chart, and your own chart is affecting also the way the moment is unfolding. So take it with a balanced view. It is an auspicious moment in time. You can go take your loving partner to listen to music. Jupiter rules over music. You can go to the temple, do a special offering to God. You can share a new project or do something in regards of your work to bring in and call in more wealth and more abundance into your life. Let's get back to our month in review. Once we pass this beautiful alignment, we are going to be heading towards the 12th and the 13th for a beautiful full moon in the sign of Gemini. And this is a good time to review a little bit your finances, where you're at financially, and make plans for your finances, your investments. Just take a stock, how you're spending your money, how you're making use of the resources you have and that are given to you, and make plans. It's a great time to kind of lean into that Gemini energy. Gemini is also fun, is also going out to have fun, but I think it's with all the other planets and everything that's coming with the spring alignment and the fact that we just had our Christmas time, it's a great time to kind of review where you're at financially and how you may bring in about a more well-being. If you don't have, you're at a younger period of your life where you may be studying, you can just make sure you arrange your coin, you show respect and love to your actual money, yeah? To where it's in your house, to how you keep your wallet, that it's organized. There's a way to honor our wealth. And it's really important. So remember that. And I'll do a full moon report. Sun's going to be changing sign on January 13th, right after this full moon. Sun is going to begin its transit to Capricorn. And it's a very special, in the Vedic tradition, we call this Makara Sankranti. And we say that's when the gods are awakened. It marks the moment in time when the sun is beginning his journey northwards. So we kind break down the year in those two halves. The sun going from Capricorn to Cancer and Cancer to Capricorn. These have very different energies. So it's a very important Sankranti. It's a very important solar ingress. It's a very important moment in time that is marked very clearly in the calendar. So be aware of that. Also on Sankranti, it's not considered whenever the sun begins its journey through a new sign from that 0 degree to that 1 degree until it's solid at that 1 degree. And we say it's not a very auspicious day to be working or starting new things. If you do have to go to work, you can just go about your day-to-day things that you need to do and fulfill your duties, but but definitely don't begin something new or launch a new project. Like we talked about this coming end of the week, that's a great time to launch a project. Sankranti is not. All right. Oh, not Venus. So much to say about Venus. If you've been around, I love talking about Venus. I love helping young women feel very empowered with their astrology knowledge so that they can navigate the world of romance. Let's talk about Venus. On January 18th, Venus is going to be at exact conjunction with Saturn. It's also under the influence of a Yama Yoga because Mars has an aspect onto Aquarius. So just be mindful, especially around your health. Make sure you're keeping yourself and make sure you're taking care of your immune system. There's a lot of flu going around. It's going to heighten that issues with health. Another important part is that when Saturn is very strong over a planet, it can show a tendency to see things a little bit negatively. So just catch yourself, especially, on the 18th, if you're in a very committed, beautiful relationship, just be very mindful that you're not only looking at the negative this month and that you're keeping a balanced view over the connection and what the other person brings about. Now, Saturn, Venus, especially with this connection, it could show some change in relationship area and potentially some breakups and air. Whenever there's the Saturn has this coldness and this airy energy, but it brings about new things, So if something has to break, that's the moment where it will. On the 20th, now that's a bit of a more mundane energy predictions, but the 20th of January is the swearing in of a new president in the US. And it's also Mars is retrograding into Gemini. Whenever, especially Mars is retrograding from its debilitation sign to Gemini, this is said to be a very heightened kind of negative Mars energy. So heightened fighting, it has a bit of an inauspicious energy around that time. And especially those moments where a planet is retrograding in between two different signs, and especially because it's going from a debilitated planet to Gemini. So just something to note. So we may see heightened activity, especially in war zones. Now on the 24th, we have our beautiful Mercury is going to enter the sign of Capricorn with the Sun. Mercury is always quite close to the Sun, and so is Venus. That's normal because of the way the solar system is. On the 27th, we'll have Venus enter its exaltation sign, and Venus is going to go through a whole journey until the 31st of May. And in Pisces, going through retrograde, going forward, being caught in the eclipses. It's going to be conjunct with Saturn. And Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces, and it's also in an exchange with Jupiter. Jupiter's energy is participating in all this. There's going to be a lot going on with Venus in Pisces throughout this whole couple of months coming throughout this whole transit. There's so much to say. Overall, one of the things we could say is that romances could be going on a wild ride, right? Turns of events, twists, turns, and unexpected changes. Now, there's going to be some auspicious days with this transit because Jupiter-Venus is very auspicious. It is an exalted. Venus is going to be exalted, which is very good. And Jupiter is going to have an exchange with Pisces, giving it protection in the same way that Venus is giving Jupiter protection. And Jupiter brings about good luck. And that could bring about a new partner. Could bring, I said it's going to be a wild ride, but could be very unexpected change of event, change of partner, something new coming, new energy, new people entering your life. At the end of the month, we're going to have a dark moon in Capricorn. So again, Capricorn is a lot about our work, what we're doing for our work, how we're delivering our work, but has a big emphasis over what we're doing in this world and what we're doing every day, that like Saturnian, working energy. So again, we'll have this full moon in Gemini, which is, the seat. Gemini has this seat of Mercury's energy, which is rules over our finances, yeah. And then this dark moon is at the end of the month is going to be over Capricorn. So I think a very big emphasis, especially this month, big focus is to review work, where things are at with our finances and how we're making money and what we want to develop and move forward into our lives. With a little dosha, there's a little Mars dosha sprinkled into the month too, with this retrograde in between signs. So just a little bit, especially, because we're seeing this 18th, right? Very, could be some fighting around relationship. Yeah, extra fire. If you're fiery in nature, mind your fire, mind the rage. Go for an extra walk and just give it a few days to cool down if you have things to say, is my advice overall. If you enjoy this presentation, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. My name is Aurélie. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and if you were wanting to talk about your chart and how the transits are affecting you for your own time period, you can find me at siderealrising.com. There's the link right below here, and you can make an appointment directly with me and we can talk about your charts. My consultation prices are going to be going up starting in the summer, so it's the next few months. Still, I'm keeping it where it's at right now, so it's quite accessible for most. So just keep that in mind. I'll see you again for a full moon video. We'll go very deeply into Gemini energy, and I'll see you soon.